Hello, as you may already know, Paribus MVP Mainnet launch is approaching. The global community needs to be aware of the utilities it plans to provide for users, hence the need for this video. In this video, I'll give details on these special utilities. What is crypto borrowing and lending? Crypto lending and borrowing is a new type of financial service that allows individuals to lend and borrow cryptocurrencies without the need for a traditional financial institution. Paribus is a cross-chain borrowing and lending protocol for NFTs, liquidity positions, and synthetic assets built for the Cardano blockchain. It aims to support conventional and unconventional crypto assets to allow for its users to unlock liquidity and interact with the markets without having to liquidate assets. Now let's talk about the utilities at MVP launch. 1. The unique attributes that make Paribus such a strong contender in the space is not just its ability to leverage NFTs, but also the way in which we value them. 2. Interest earning. For those with stable coins looking to earn interest on their holdings, they would begin by finding the appropriate pool within the MVP to lend their stable coins to. Once they've identified the pool to lend to, users will be able to see the interest rate their coins will earn, and then it's a simple process of approving the transaction. In return for depositing their stable coins, users receive tokens, which represent their share of the pool. The value of these should increase due to the interest rate and exchange value. The tokens are stored in the wallet connected to the DApp, and they can be redeemed at any time to release the stable coins and yield, or they can be sold on. By lending, you put your stablecoins to work, and by borrowing, you can hold your native assets and leverage them to buy more without having to sell any of your portfolio. 3. Self-sustaining system. Rather than needing to prove your identity, social security number, credit rating, and so forth, with DeFi you just need to provide sufficient collateral and agree to the terms. You will need to have, at the very minimum, 120% collateral, but the system will recommend keeping it above 150% where possible to stop liquidations in the event of cascading liquidations across the market and Paribus protocol. The usual question after grasping this point is, why would someone need to borrow less than they already have as collateral? Understanding this aspect of financial instruments gets to the heart of exactly why DeFi technology is so disruptive to the legacy financial markets. People on median to low incomes are mainly familiar with predatory lending systems and base their understanding on these. High net worth individuals, however, are far more familiar with financial instruments designed to help them grow their wealth, not their debt. 4. Assets can be used as collateral. Users will need to deposit their assets and then allow them to be used as collateral. 5. Security. The MVP smart contract has undergone the initial process of external verification, with Hacken completing the security audit. Even after the MVP passes the Hacken audit, we'll be continually keeping our eyes on the security of the DApp and developments within the space. As Wilson, the COO, summarizes, security is the most important factor for the success and longevity of Paribus. If a deadline cannot be met due to additional security requirements, then our timelines will have to be adjusted. We hope that our community would understand if a situation like this happens to arise. 6. NFT valuation service. The MVP will have in its features an NFT valuation service, which is a tool that provides an estimate or valuation of the worth of a particular NFT. This service uses a variety of metrics to determine the value of an NFT, such as the rarity of the asset, the artist behind the creation, the historical sales prices of similar NFTs, and the overall demand in the market. With the growing popularity of NFTs, this helps users of Paribus protocol determine the fair market value of these digital assets. These services can be useful in setting prices for NFT sales, as well as for collateral. 7. NFT lending module. The quickest and easiest way to implement NFT lending is to structure it in terms of peer-to-peer, P2P, borrowing and lending. This is a quick and simple approach because it doesn't require the platform itself to carry out any assessments in relation to the transaction. Instead, a lender offers their NFT along with a request for the amount they want to borrow and the repayment terms relating to time and interest. This offer is opened up for any potential lenders to agree to. The transaction is then essentially a smart contract between two people, with the platform taking a percentage of the costs. In this respect, it's not significantly different from brokerage in legacy finance. Whilst this approach may be quick and easy to implement, it begins to hit real difficulties when it comes to scaling. Our approach is to de-risk and significantly speed up the process by using advanced machine learning and our proprietary algorithm. 8. Through implementing an over-collateralized model, we're able to ensure that anyone with sufficient funds can securely borrow from Paribus without placing the protocol at any risk. Margin calls are when the level of over-collateralization gets close to the minimum, and at that point users can either add collateral or close out their loan. If the price of the currency falls further without them doing anything, the loan can then enter the liquidation process. Even in fast-falling markets, this ensures that we're able to fully recover the cost of the loan along with any associated fees, returning what remains to the user's wallet. The utilities just discussed are some of the most important ones, and as development continues to happen, more and more utilities are gonna be unveiled. Paribus is poised to lead the industry in unlocking and fully realizing the intrinsic value of NFTs and other unconventional assets. At its core, Paribus utilizes a sophisticated dynamic interest rate algorithm. Paribus aims to achieve liquidity across chains for a vast range of conventional and unconventional digital assets such as liquidity positions, synthetics, virtual land, and NFTs. The ultimate vision of Paribus is to leverage dormant on-chain value across the entire crypto market. Do well to follow Paribus on all social platforms. The links are in the description of this video. You can also visit www.paribus.io for more info. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye.